Welcome to the Deep Dive. Hey everyone, we've got a treasure trove of insights from Art Munoz.
Yeah.
This time we're going to be tackling solo consulting and how to make that leap from your corporate cubicle to calling the shots.
He spent decades in the corporate world, Fortune 500 companies, no less before making the switch himself.
Exactly.
What's even cooler is that he didn't just build his own successful solopreneur career. He actually created a whole system to help others do the same. Snap-in-place marketing systems.
Talk about walking the walk.
Right. He's not all talk. He's actually done it himself.
And get this, he actually hit a comfortable income within like 6 months of going solo.
Yeah. Pretty inspiring, right?
Definitely. Especially when you think about what the World Economic Forum calls the global gig economy.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds kind of scary, to be honest.
Well, it's a mega trend they've identified, and it basically predicts that even more corporate jobs are going to become temporary or project-based.
Oh, wow.
Like, imagine a future where over 50% of the U.S. workforce is freelancing at some point. That's where we're headed.
That's a lot of people potentially looking for their next gig.
Right.
So how does this tie into solo consulting then?
Think of it this way. If more and more people are freelancing, there are going to be more gaps between those gigs, right?
Right.
And filling those gaps with your own ventures, with your own expertise, that's where solo consulting comes in.
I see. So it's like turning potential downtime into a launch pad for your own business. But I mean, let's be honest, corporate life, it can be soul crushing.
Oh, absolutely.
Is solo consulting just about escaping burnout?
It's a huge factor for sure. Art himself talks about feeling totally drained by the corporate world.
Yeah.
You know, the pressure, the office politics, projects you just have zero passion for.
I feel that.
It all takes a toll.
It really does. So what's the antidote? What does solo consulting have that corporate life just doesn't?
Freedom. That's the big one Art emphasizes.
Oh, okay.
Setting your own hours, choosing projects that energize you, actually having control over your work-life balance.
It sounds amazing.
It is.
But freedom's got to be just one piece of the puzzle, right? Yeah. What else makes solo consulting so appealing?
Well, think about it. No more office politics. No more soul-crushing projects that somebody else is forcing on you.
I like that.
You're in the driver's seat. You decide what you work on, who you work with, how you structure your business.
Okay. Freedom and control, those are huge.
Yeah.
But what about the money? Can you actually make a decent living as a solo consultant?
That's where it gets really interesting. Remember Art's story. Comfortable income within 6 months.
Oh, yeah. Right.
But it goes beyond just making a living. It's about tapping into your true earning potential. No more fixed salary, no limits on how much you can earn.
Oh, wow.
Your income is tied to the value you provide and the clients you serve.
So freedom, control, earning potential. Sounds like solo consulting ticks all the boxes.
Yeah.
But where do you even begin? Going from, that steady corporate job to being your own boss.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big leap.
Absolutely. And that's where Art's experience and the programs he's created come in through snap-in-place marketing systems.
Right.
He's basically laid out a roadmap to success based on what he learned making that transition himself.
Okay, so roadmap for success, what's step one? What does Art say is absolutely essential to get started on the right foot?
He calls it identifying your unique contribution.
Unique contribution.
Yeah. It's not just about finding a niche. It's about understanding what you specifically bring to the table.
Okay.
What makes you stand out. It's leveraging your skills, your experience, your perspective to offer something truly valuable to your clients.
So it's less about fitting into a predefined box and more about carving out your own space.
Exactly. And he gives a great example. He had a client, super talented business process specialist for Amazon Cloud Services.
Wow.
But instead of trying to compete with Amazon directly, she realized she could use her expertise to help small brick-and-mortar businesses automate their workflows.
That's brilliant.
Right.
She took her corporate skills and applied them to a totally different market, solving a specific problem for a specific group of people.
That's it.
That's smart.
It's about finding that sweet spot where your passion, your expertise, and the needs of a specific market all intersect. That's where the magic happens.
I like that. Okay, so step one, identify your unique contribution. What's next? How do you actually turn that into a service people will pay for?
Art is a big believer in starting simple.
Okay.
He recommends creating a single, clear service offering that addresses a specific problem for your target clients.
So don't try to be a one-stop shop for everything right out of the gate.
Exactly. Focus on one thing you do exceptionally well and build from there.
Okay. Makes sense. Do you have another one of those real-world examples? I'm kind of a learn-by-example person.
Definitely. Art talks about a client named Dario who made a really interesting shift. He went from selling tour packages to, wait for it, real estate.
From tours to real estate. How did that happen?
Well, he combined his passion for his city with his understanding of the real estate market.
Ah, clever.
He started offering specialized house tours tailored for tourists who were looking to relocate.
I love it. So he carved out his own niche by adding a unique twist to an existing market. Okay. So we've got identifying your unique contribution, crafting a simple service offering. What's the third piece of the puzzle?
This one might seem obvious, but it's often overlooked. Leveraging your existing network.
Oh.
And I don't mean spamming your LinkedIn contacts with sales pitches, but having genuine conversations, letting people know about your new venture, offering your expertise to solve their problems.
Right. Turn those connections into collaborations, into opportunities.
Exactly. Remember the story of Art's son? Alexis wanted to start a window cleaning business.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what his first move was?
I don't know. Set up a website, run some ads.
Nope. He went door to door in his neighborhood, offering his services to his neighbor.
Oh, brilliant.
It worked.
Sometimes the simple solutions are the best, aren't they?
Okay.
Okay, so tap into your network, start those conversations. What else is essential for making that transition from corporate to solo consultant? What kind of mindset do you need to cultivate?
That's a great question. It's not just about the practical skills, it's about adopting a whole new way of thinking. And one of the key things Art emphasizes is the importance of a growth mindset.
Growth mindset. I've heard that term before. Can you break that down for me? What does it actually mean in the context of solo consulting?
It means embracing the challenges, the setbacks, the learning curve that comes with building something new.
Right.
It's about seeing those obstacles not as failures, but as opportunities for growth.
So it's about being resilient, about learning from your mistakes and using them to fuel your progress. How do you stay motivated when things get tough, when you hit those inevitable roadblocks?
Art has this really powerful story about his college professor. His professor said Art had a fierce commitment.
Fierce commitment.
Yeah, he never gave up. He kept pushing forward and learned from every experience.
Wow, that's a quality I admire in any entrepreneur. And I bet that mindset is essential when you're navigating the ups and downs of building your own business.
It really is. It's about believing in yourself, in your vision, in your ability to overcome obstacles.
And achieve your goals.
Exactly. And that's where Art's programs and the community he's built around snap-in-place marketing systems can be so valuable. It's like having a support system in place to help you stay motivated, focused,
that's cool.
And on track.
Okay, so we've covered a lot in this first part of our deep dive.
Yeah.
The global gig economy, the benefits of solo consulting, and those initial steps to get started. Where do we go from here? What other nuggets of wisdom does Art have for us?
Well, he dives deeper into his programs, which are designed to guide you through every stage of your solopreneur journey. But before we get into that, let's take a moment to just reflect on what we've learned so far.
Sounds good. So for all of you out there thinking about making the leap to solo consulting, what are the key takeaways from this first part of our deep dive?
Well, the key takeaways are that solo consulting is a viable path to freedom, control, and financial independence in this crazy changing world of work. It's not just about escaping burnout. It's about building a career that aligns with your passions and values.
And it all starts with identifying your unique contribution, creating a simple service offering, and tapping into your existing network.
Exactly.
And remember, a growth mindset is key.
Yeah.
Embrace the challenges, learn from your mistakes, and celebrate your wins, no matter how small.
That's right.
Okay, now let's explore Art Munoz's roadmap for success, starting with his Solopreneur Jumpstart Toolkit.
Yeah.
This toolkit is designed for those just starting out,
Yeah.
providing all the essential tools and templates to get your business off the ground.
It's like having a guide to walk you through those first steps, especially if you're feeling a little overwhelmed.
Right. And one thing that comes up a lot is the anxiety of landing that first client. The toolkit really focuses on helping you identify your ideal client, craft that compelling pitch, and secure those initial projects that help build momentum and confidence.
For sure. So the toolkit gives you that initial boost. But what about those who are ready to level up? To scale their business and create more consistent revenue streams.
Right. What does Art have to offer them?
That's where his Solopreneur in a Box program comes in, or SIAB, as he calls it.
Okay, Solopreneur in a Box.
Oh.
That name definitely sparks curiosity.
It's designed to help you go from those initial projects to a fully fledged business model.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's in the box, so to speak? What are some of the key elements that help solopreneurs scale their businesses?
One thing Art emphasizes is streamlining your operations and automating processes.
Ah,
This frees up your time and energy to focus on those high-value tasks that actually generate revenue.
yeah, that makes sense. As your business grows, you need systems in place to handle all those day-to-day tasks efficiently.
Right.
What specific tools does Art recommend for that?
He's a big advocate for Dubsado.
Dubsado.
Yeah, it's a client management platform that helps you automate everything from onboarding new clients to sending invoices.
Okay.
And for website hosting and management, he suggests WildCloud, super user-friendly platform, even for those who aren't really tech savvy.
Okay, so Dubsado and WildCloud, those are like essential tools in your solopreneur toolbox.
Absolutely.
They help you stay organized, efficient, professional as your business grows.
They take care of the back end, so you can focus on what you do best, serving your clients and growing your business.
Okay, I'm loving this. The Solopreneur Jumpstart Toolkit give you that initial boost. The Solopreneur in a Box program helps you scale and streamline your operations. What about those who are ready to, take their solo consulting business to the next level, really maximize their revenue and impact? Does Art have a program for them too?
He does. It's called the Solo Growth Accelerator.
Oh, wow.
And it's designed for those ambitious solopreneurs who are ready to optimize their businesses and achieve, exponential growth.
Solo Growth Accelerator, that sounds intense.
It is.
What sets it apart? What kind of strategies and tools does Art focus on at this level?
One of the key things is taking automation to a whole new level. He introduces cutting-edge tools like ChatGPT Builder, UiPath, and Zapier.
Whoa, those sound like some serious tech tools.
They are.
Can you break those down for me a bit? I'm not exactly a tech wizard, so I'm curious how these tools benefit solo consultants.
Sure. ChatGPT Builder is amazing for creating AI-powered content, generate high-quality articles, blog posts, even marketing copy,
Right.
without spending hours writing it yourself.
That's impressive.
UiPath is all about automating repetitive tasks like data entry or invoice processing. Literally set it and forget it.
Oh, that's nice.
And Zapier is like the glue that connects all your different apps and software, automating workflows across your entire business.
Wow, that's incredible. So the Solo Growth Accelerator is all about leveraging technology to streamline your operations, maximize efficiency,
Right.
and ultimately free up your time to focus on the big picture, growing your business and making a real impact.
That's it. And Art doesn't just throw these tools at you and say, figure it out. He provides step-by-step guidance, training, support to help you implement these technologies effectively.
Okay, so we've got the toolkit for beginners, the SIEB program for scaling, and the Solo Growth Accelerator for those who are ready to, reach for the stars.
That's a pretty comprehensive roadmap, right?
It is. But let's bring it back to our listener. What are the actionable steps they can take right now to start moving in the direction of solo consulting? What are those first baby steps that can turn this dream into reality?
The first step, and Art emphasizes this again and again, is to identify your unique contribution. What specific problem are you uniquely qualified to solve? What value can you bring to the table that nobody else can?
Right. It's about moving beyond what niche can I fit into and asking what problem can I solve better than anyone else? I love that.
It's about leveraging your existing skills and experience to create something truly unique and valuable.
So take some time to reflect on your skills, your passions, the problems you've successfully solved in the past. What patterns do you see? What are you uniquely good at?
That's your starting point.
Exactly. And once you have a clearer sense of your unique contribution, the next step is to build a simple service offering around it.
Yeah.
Don't try to be everything to everyone. Focus on one thing you do exceptionally well and build from there.
Right.
Keep it simple. Keep it focused. What else?
Start having conversations with your network. Let people know what you're up to, what problems you're solving, how you can help them.
Right. Networking isn't about selling. It's about building relationships, sharing your expertise.
And remember, even a simple act of reaching out to your neighbors, like Art's son did, can lead to unexpected opportunities.
It can. Okay. So as you start taking those initial steps, keep that growth mindset front and center.
Yeah.
Embrace the challenges, learn from your mistakes, and celebrate your wins along the way.
Every step forward is a victory.
It is. And remember, you don't have to go it alone. Art's programs and the community he's built around snap-in-place marketing systems can provide that guidance, that support, the resources to help you make this transition successfully.
It's an amazing resource. So for those of you ready to dive deeper, to explore Art Munoz's programs and learn more about making that leap to solo consulting, stay tuned.
We'll be back in part 2 of this deep dive to unpack those programs and give you even more actionable insights to help you on your journey.
Until then, keep that fire burning. The world of solo consulting awaits.
Hi, this is Art Munoz. I want to express my deep appreciation for the time you've dedicated so far to this podcast on transitioning from corporate employee to independent knowledge worker. This was the very trajectory that I followed after securing expert-level skills and experience during my many years working for well-known global corporations like Oracle, Alcatel-Lucent, Hitachi, and in dealing with their many partners including Microsoft, Salesforce.com, and many others. I understand where you find yourself if you currently feel trapped inside the bowels of one of those corporate whales, forcefully being sent where you'd rather not go. But if you're going to get vomited through a layoff, a promotion that you won't get, a raise that won't keep up with inflation, or a corporate culture that will cause you a mental or emotional breakdown, may I suggest you give yourself the opportunity, the kindness to have a plan B that doesn't include another corporate job like the one you now hate? And this is why I created this podcast, and did so all by myself. It may not seem like it because, like several who have heard it and didn't know any better, it all sounds so professional that only a large team could have produced it, right? Nope. I alone and my computer am the only person behind this mic. And no, it's not because I'm super smart. It's just because I know what I need to do and have the tools to do it with, including artificial intelligence. I am a solo entrepreneur. I practice what I preach. I must perform and do so on my own with the tools available to me. And so could you likewise do. Could you see yourself delivering valuable results that would have taken an entire team to accomplish, but now you alone can deliver? Do you think doing so wouldn't replace your existing job, if only long enough to scale it to a point where you could delegate most of the workload to others, so you may enjoy the fruit of your labor by getting more done with less? No more slaving for a large corporation, no more depending on just one single employer, no more of your eggs in just one basket. If you agree with me and would like to behave as intelligently as the knowledge worker that you already are, then please subscribe to this podcast channel today and visit often for new episodes. I promise you, you will learn a bundle, and it will not cost you anything except a few minutes of your valuable time, for which I do thank you. Cheers.
Welcome back to our deep dive into solo consulting. We left off talking about those first actionable steps: identifying your unique contribution, crafting your service, and tapping into your network.
Yeah, exactly. But now I'm curious, how do you actually get those first clients in the door? I mean, going from that steady corporate paycheck to relying on yourself for income, that's got to be nerve-wracking. It can be, definitely. But Art Munoz lays out a really practical approach to landing those first clients. It all starts with what we discussed earlier: understanding your unique contribution and crafting a clear service offering that addresses a specific need in the market.
Right. So it's not just about saying, hey, I'm a consultant, hire me. It's about positioning yourself as a solution provider, someone who can solve a specific problem for a specific type of client.
Exactly. You're not just another freelancer vying for gigs. You're a specialist with a unique set of skills and experiences that can help your clients achieve specific outcomes.
Okay, so I've got my unique contribution nailed down, my service offering is crystal clear, and I've started those conversations with my network. What's next? How do I actually turn those conversations into paying clients?
This is where the art of genuine networking comes in. Art emphasizes that it's not about attending every industry event or sending out hundreds of cold emails. It's about cultivating real relationships, offering value, and letting people know how you can help them.
So it's more about building authentic connections than just trying to sell yourself, right? I mean, nobody likes to feel like they're being pitched to all the time.
That's right. It's about building trust and credibility. Remember the story of Art's son, Alexis, and his window cleaning business. He started by simply approaching his neighbors, offering a service they needed. No fancy marketing campaigns, no elaborate sales pitches, just genuine connection and a willingness to help.
That's such a great reminder that sometimes the simplest approaches are the most effective. It's about starting with your immediate circle and building from there.
Exactly. And as you build those relationships and deliver exceptional service, something amazing starts to happen.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the secret sauce? What happens when you focus on genuine connection and delivering value?
Word-of-mouth marketing kicks in. Satisfied clients become your biggest advocates. They tell their friends, colleagues, their network about their positive experience working with you.
Wow, that's powerful. So it's not just about landing those first clients. It's about turning them into raving fans who spread the word about your amazing work.
That's exactly right. And that's how you build a sustainable business, one client at a time, one referral at a time.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. It's about building a solid foundation based on your unique contribution, your clear service offering, and the relationships you cultivate. But one thing I'm still curious about is this whole idea of recurring revenue. Art talks about this a lot, and I'm wondering why it's so important for solo consultants.
That's a great question. Recurring revenue is like the holy grail of solo consulting. It means you're not constantly hustling for new projects, chasing down payments, and facing those unpredictable income fluctuations. Instead, you have a steady stream of income coming in month after month, giving you stability and peace of mind.
Okay, that makes total sense. It's like having a safety net that allows you to focus on what you do best, serving your clients and growing your business without the constant stress of wondering where your next paycheck is coming from.
Exactly. And Art has some really smart strategies for creating recurring revenue streams. One of the key things he emphasizes is leveraging tools like Dipsado and WildCloud to streamline your client management and automate processes.
Right. We talked about those earlier. Dipsado for managing client relationships and automating invoices, WildCloud for a user-friendly website. But how do these tools actually contribute to creating recurring revenue?
Think about it this way. When you have a system in place that handles the administrative tasks efficiently, you free up your time and energy to focus on higher value activities like developing new service offerings, creating premium content, or building deeper relationships with your clients.
Gotcha. So it's not just about automating those day-to-day tasks. It's about freeing up your bandwidth to focus on activities that actually generate more revenue. I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together.
Exactly. And another key strategy Art emphasizes is building a strong personal brand.
Okay, personal brand. That's another one of those buzzwords I hear a lot. What does it actually mean in the context of solo consulting?
It's about establishing yourself as an expert in your field, sharing your unique insights, and building a community around your work. It's about creating a brand that resonates with your ideal clients and attracts them to you, not just for one-off projects, but for ongoing collaborations and long-term relationships.
So it's about going beyond just having a nice website and a polished LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
It's about showcasing your expertise, building trust, and creating a loyal following that sees you as the go-to person for their specific needs.
Precisely. And as your brand grows, so too does your earning potential. You're no longer trading time for money. You're building an asset that generates income even when you're not actively working.
That's the dream, to create a business that works for you, not the other way around. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, pricing. How do you actually determine your worth as a solo consultant? How do you price your services in a way that feels fair to you and attractive to clients?
That's a huge question, and one that trips up a lot of new solopreneurs. Art offers some great advice on this. He emphasizes the importance of shifting your mindset from hourly billing to value-based pricing.
Okay, value-based pricing. Can you unpack that for me? What does that actually mean in practice?
It means understanding that your clients aren't paying for your time, they're paying for the outcomes you deliver. It's about identifying the specific problem you're solving for your clients and the tangible results they can expect to see from working with you.
So instead of saying, my hourly rate is X dollars, I'm saying, if you work with me, you can expect to achieve Y result, and here's what that's worth to you. Is that what you're saying?
That's the gist of it. It's about focusing on the value you deliver, not just the hours you put in.
Okay, I like that. But how do you actually figure out what that value is? How do you put a price tag on it?
Art recommends doing your research, understanding industry benchmarks, looking at competitor pricing, and having honest conversations with potential clients about their budgets.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where your pricing reflects the value you provide and aligns with what your target market is willing to pay. That makes sense.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to experiment with different pricing models. Art talks about project-based pricing, retainer agreements, and even subscription services as options to explore.
It's about finding the pricing structure that works best for your business and your clients.
Right. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about the mindset required for successful solo consulting. It's not just about the practical skills and strategies, it's about adopting a whole new way of thinking.
Okay, mindset. I'm sensing a theme here. We talked about the importance of a growth mindset earlier. What are some other mental shifts that are crucial for making this transition?
One of the things Art highlights is the importance of self-discipline and accountability. When you're your own boss, it's easy to fall into the trap of procrastination, get distracted by shiny objects, or lose track of your goals.
Yeah, that's a real danger when you're working for yourself. No boss breathing down your neck, no set schedule to follow. How do you stay focused and productive when you have all that freedom?
It requires a conscious effort to create structure and hold yourself accountable. Art talks about the importance of setting clear goals, creating a realistic work schedule, and finding ways to stay motivated, even when those inevitable challenges arise.
So it's about being your own boss in the best sense of the word. It's about setting clear expectations for yourself, managing your time effectively, and staying committed to your vision, even when things get tough.
Absolutely. And another key mindset shift is cultivating self-belief and confidence. When you're venturing out on your own, there will be times when you doubt yourself, question your abilities, or wonder if you've made the right decision.
Yeah, those self-doubt gremlins can be pretty persistent. How do you silence those voices and stay focused on your goals?
Art encourages solo consultants to remember why they started this journey in the first place. He reminds them that they have unique skills, valuable experience, and a passion that sets them apart. It's about embracing those strengths and trusting in your ability to succeed.
I love that. It's about silencing those inner critics and remembering that you have something special to offer the world. But let's be honest, solo consulting can be a roller coaster ride. There are going to be ups and downs, wins and setbacks. How do you navigate those inevitable challenges and stay on course?
Art emphasizes the importance of continuous learning and growth. He reminds solopreneurs that the business landscape is constantly evolving, so it's crucial to stay ahead of the curve, learn new skills, and adapt to changing market demands.
No, it's about being a lifelong learner, constantly seeking out new knowledge and refining your skills. But where do you find those learning opportunities? How do you stay ahead of the curve when you're juggling all the demands of running your own business?
Art encourages solo consultants to embrace a variety of learning avenues. He recommends joining online communities, attending industry events, reading books and articles, taking online courses, and seeking out mentorship opportunities.
So it's about creating a personalized learning plan that fits your needs and interests. It's about being proactive and investing in your own growth and development.
That's exactly it. And one final piece of advice that Art offers is to remember that you don't have to go it alone. Solo consulting doesn't mean solitary consulting. Building a supportive community around you is crucial.
That's so important. I can imagine it can feel pretty isolating at times, especially when you're used to working in a team environment. How do you build that sense of community when you're working for yourself?
Art encourages solo consultants to connect with other entrepreneurs, mentors, and like-minded individuals who can offer encouragement, advice, and accountability.
So it's about finding your tribe, those people who understand the unique challenges and rewards of the solopreneur journey.
That's right. And there are so many ways to connect with other solopreneurs, whether it's online communities, local networking groups, or even just reaching out to people you admire and asking for a virtual coffee chat.
Those connections can make all the difference. So we've talked about the practical strategies, the mindset shifts, and the importance of community. What's the key takeaway from all of this? What do you want our listener to really understand about the journey to solo consulting?
I think the most important thing is that solo consulting is a journey, not a destination. It's a process of continuous learning, growth, and evolution. There will be ups and downs, challenges, and triumphs along the way.
But it sounds like the rewards are well worth the effort. The freedom, the control, the potential to build a business that truly aligns with your passions and values, that's incredibly inspiring.
It is. And remember, you don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't have to have a perfect plan or a foolproof strategy. The most important thing is to take that first step, to start moving in the direction of your dreams, and to trust that you'll figure it out along the way.
I love that. It's about embracing the journey, trusting the process, and believing in your ability to succeed. And for those of you who are feeling a little overwhelmed by all this information, don't worry. We'll be back in part 3 of this deep dive to recap the key takeaways and leave you with some final thoughts to ponder as you embark on your solo consulting adventure.
Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep that entrepreneurial spirit burning bright.
Hi again, it's me, Art Munoz, back with a free offer. If you've made it this far into the podcast, you must seriously be interested in leaving that corporate job you've become expert at doing to migrate out instead into something better, namely your own solo consulting or freelancer business practice. Let me help you become wholly convinced that this is the right path for you and that you shouldn't look back once you enter into this practical mindset and start moving toward your new freedom horizon. Let me help you start this mental and practical transformation. And let me do it free of charge. I'll do it by challenging you to take the next step. Point your browser to the following web address, snapinplacemarketing.com/challenge. Once again, snapinplacemarketing.com/challenge. And join my International Freelancers 5-Day Challenge. Don't miss out on my expert guidance as a professional who's been there where you now are and done what's required to build my own international solopreneurship based on a 20-year career cracking the code to global freelancing success. Miss it, and you'll be looking for shortcuts and strategies that will cost you years of mistakes that I can save you from. Don't be left piecing together advice from random blogs and YouTube videos, hoping something sticks. Say goodbye to boundaries and hello to geographic independence so you don't stay stuck in one place while others work from wherever they want, earning what they're worth. That could be you too, but only if you take the leap and take on my challenge. Instead of staying trapped in low-paying gigs or chasing clients who don't value you, learn how to find your real worth so you don't have to bank on getting yet another salary raise that can't even keep up with core inflation. Without this challenge, you won't get the roadmap to stand out as the go-to expert in your field, or to build credibility and trust that resonates with clients globally, or to understand what not to do online so you don't waste time on dead-end platforms. And you get all this free from me just by going directly from this podcast over to snapinplacemarketing.com/challenge. Don't pass it up. Take that first step. Become convinced that going solo is the right transformation for you.
Welcome back. It's the final part of our deep dive into solo consulting. We've covered a lot, haven't we?
We really have. Everything from the changing work landscape to those nitty-gritty steps of actually landing clients and building a business.
Right. But before we wrap things up, I'd love to do a quick recap of the key takeaways for our listeners.
Oh, good idea.
Make sure they're walking away with those nuggets of wisdom that will really help them on their solo consulting journey.
Definitely. So for everyone out there feeling that entrepreneurial pull, ready to take control of your career, build a business you actually care about, what are those essential things to remember?
Well, I think first and foremost, it's that mindset shift.
Oh, yeah.
Solo consulting, it's not just about a different job title. It's a whole different way of thinking, right?
Absolutely. It's embracing freedom, flexibility, sure, but also taking ownership of your success, being proactive, self-disciplined, accountable for your results.
And cultivating that growth mindset, seeing those challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, not roadblocks.
That's crucial. Remember what Ert's professor said? That fierce commitment.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Fierce commitment. That's what sets successful solopreneurs apart.
It really does.
But it's not just about mindset, right? There are practical skills and strategies you need to master too.
For sure. We talked about identifying your unique contribution, crafting that clear service offering, and really mastering the art of genuine networking.
Not just selling, but building relationships.
Right. Building relationships, delivering value.
And, don't forget, building that strong personal brand, one that resonates with your ideal clients.
Exactly. It's about showcasing your expertise, building trust, positioning yourself as the go-to expert in your field.
Right. It's not just what you do, it's how you communicate that value.
For sure.
To attract the right client.
The perfect fit for you.
Exactly. And speaking of attracting clients, we talked about those strategies for landing those first clients and building a steady income stream.
Yeah.
It's not about chasing one-off projects, remember. It's about creating those recurring revenue streams that bring stability.
And peace of mind.
Peace of mind, exactly. And Art had those great tips about using tools like Dubsado and WildCloud.
Oh, yeah. Those can be game changers.
Just streamline everything.
Streamline, automate.
Free up your time.
Focus on the things that matter.
Exactly. But even with the best tools and strategies, you're not alone in this.
Yeah.
Building that support network, it's essential.
Oh, absolutely. Connecting with other solopreneurs, mentors, industry experts, they can provide so much support, guidance, encouragement.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, here's a final thought. If you're feeling that pull towards solo consulting, if you're dreaming of building a business that really lights you up, what's holding you back?
What are those fears? What are those doubts? What stories are you telling yourself?
Challenge those stories. Question those assumptions. You have skills, experience, and passion that the world needs.
Art's right. If you're ready to take that first step into solopreneurship, subscribe to the Solo Consulting Deep Dive and his newsletter on LinkedIn, Revenue Like Clockwork.
Awesome resources. And remember, your journey starts now. Take that first step, embrace the challenge, and build that life you've always dreamed of.
Keep diving deep.